So can you hear me now? Finally. Obviously one technical problem doesn't come without itself. So here it's Michi Hoyer from Avid Chronic Racing, and as I just showed you a little bit, we're gonna race the Mercedes AMG GT3 car around Spa in wet conditions. So I happily have overcome those technical issues, I want to call it, in the hope that now, fine. Well, Dom, since this circuit is not optimized for track, would you name me one that you would like to see being taken? So I hope that this echoing stops now. Is I gonna be interested whether this track is working with the new rain content, since I think it's some official rFactor 2 tracks that's probably being more clever to use. Well, let's quickly change to Silverstone then. Another very classic racetrack. Or NOLA. So we quickly head out and see where the paddles are forming. Happily being in single player, we could accelerate the time. So there's some interesting stuff going on the screen. As I'm just driving out and see how the conditions are. That was an unsafe release. Now we get wipers on. As there should be some water already on the track. Oh dear. I'll probably leave this here and take it around that NOLA track people suggested. So, NOLA Motorsports Park. Let's take it around the A course. Rear road is naturally progressing. Just need to set up some things. Then off we go. Yeah, Dom, the wipers, I know. So stuff is getting me a little bit confused. I mean, I was checking out on the update like a few minutes ago before firing up the stream, just see what new buttons to set. I just need to get my mind on that. Finally, I can adjust something on the wheel that is that hasn't been there before. So we take it around Nola Motorsports Park then. And let's see what's happening here. Jean-Baptiste, I don't think I run it on DX9 because currently I'm unsubscribed to any kind of beta, so that means I'm just running the standard version as it is published by rFactor 2 or by Studio 397. And from looking of the outside, why is the wiper even running when being in the pits there? Anyway, that's the wet tire compound. We just go out, take it in a standard set. So looking at the car from the outside. Now that's with the shiny stuff going on, it's definitely an rFactor to the X11 content. As I just wait for the racetrack to be poured in with water. As you can now see the spray already. So all the AI cars are now out on track, which gets me to run out on track as well. No. Yeah, William, I know. Nevertheless, I still run the XC9 mostly for the plugins, but plugins are off, so I can run the X11. Actually, those raindrops here on the windscreen are so good. Like, it seems a lot more realism to be in there. As well as the spray will probably be on our windscreen as well. No, Robert, currently I'm not hosting this, since my router's probably gonna have some issues with forwarding ports. I'm not really able to host any kind of rFactor 2 session here. All I can host is the stream. Yeah, the spray is quite massive, I have to say as well. But that's alright. I mean, would just be like on any other racetrack as well. Or in any other race car. And it's very slippery outside, I can say. Yeah, I totally missed my braking here. As I probably turned down to the pits, put in a little bit more rear wing on. Get the softer anti-roll bar in the back. And a little bit more rear instability would be nice. So there you go. That should help it a bit. That is the X11 working, guys. It's just not on the maximum settings, and it got no After Effects turned on in the graphical menu. Other than that, it's full DX11. Hey Eddie, I haven't looked at the raindrop settings yet, to be fair. Just went into the session with standard settings, so default that is. But from reflections you can already see some standing water in between the areas. Very nice force feedback there on the wheel as well. Like giving you a good impression on what is possible and what not. As I don't think I'm gonna be able to challenge the times of the AI being driven, because they set their lap times in dry conditions, more or less. So all I'm gonna do is let the racetrack to become fully rained up, and then we go into the race session and race until I'm being asked to stop by my family. Yeah, the standing water is just about to kick in. Like, there's not enough water yet standing, but from reflections you now can see that there's a full track being covered in the wet now. And I think it's gonna take around 5 minutes or something till you will see paddles. I heard it's only a visible effect now, but it's definitely gonna be looked from the physical side as well at the minute. So there's more content, more features coming towards rFactor 2 in the future. Yeah, as I'm 2 seconds behind only in Sector 1. And it's not like I'm having a super bad run. I mean, you can see I can follow the AI in the front there a bit. I'm slowly getting towards the spray zone of the car ahead.
That was a 1:43.83.
It's a lot more water now standing on the racetrack itself, like not still paddles, but the track is definitely more slippery right now. Yeah, I lost a good second on my own lap time now. But I feel like I'm gaining a bit on the AI there. So we will definitely see some change on my windscreen when coming closer. There you go. A lot more water now being thrown towards my my screen. I'm covered in pretty much white fog.
45.40.
No, Dragon, I do not own Dirt 4 because I'm not too much into rallying.
The lap was a 1:47.52.
That was bad. So looking at FPS, no, I'm not really suffering any real drops. However, you feel it being a little bit less FPS than it should, or it was before. Yeah, it's hard to compare there, Jens, because I'm not racing triples, I'm just racing a single screen. So, anyway, I think we had already some fun against those AIs in the wet. So we quickly put it into race. I will be starting in the back anyway. And probably just will go out and have some fun racing. Miss start here. Can't see a thing. Look at the spray. Look at the water on my screen. Oh. I probably need hard wipers for now. And now you finally can see the paddles here. You will see it a lot better the next lap around, I guess. You need to be very aware where the track is and where it's going onwards. So that's regaining another place.
The lap was a 2:02.84.
So now look at the inside. There you should definitely see some water pedals standing. When it comes towards the apex there on the left hand side, there are a lot of paddles. As well here on the right hand side you can see paddles. Well, that's definitely some kind of nice feature. And even with that rain and spray going on, there is much more realism. As I dive up the inside. Can we keep it? Yep. I will not make this a full race and in the end show some offline, some off-car footage from TV cam, that's for sure. I'm just not going to change it while driving. Slipstream.
That was a 1:47.34.
Need to give some space. So it has stopped raining now, I think. So it's only the spray that's throwing me water towards the windscreen. But despite the fact 20 cars racing on this track, there's still a lot of water standing around. All the places we did. Just wasted in a spin. Yeah, it's gonna be incredibly hard.
That was a 150.
Yes, Mo. Those mirrors you can see here at the top are standard features of rFactor 2. By standard, you probably have to push the 3 on the keyboard in order to make them appear or disappear. Contact. Hey Jim, thanks for joining me in here. I'm mixing up buttons.
45.02.
Oh, it's incredible hard to see anything. Nope. I'm overdriving the car a bit currently. Grip is very low, since it's still very wet here, as I think we're soon gonna see a drying line. Some of the AI just did a mistake, and we can snatch the position. You have to be very careful and gently, and really need to be very careful. I'm not just careful, probably the more soft and gently you turn the wheel and drive the car, the better performance you will have. So the track has changed a lot. I mean, I raced it the first time on Sim Racing Expo, as the rFactor 2 guys had it together with their Bentley. There has happened a lot lately. So 10 minutes remaining. Just got enough fuel, hopefully. As I'm trying to put in the pressure now. Oh, what are they doing? Well, I did. Until that spin. They were totally all over the place at that point and suddenly showed some behavior I didn't expect them to show from. But that now gives you maybe the chance to see the one or other puddle being formed. Let's see. On the right hand side there should still be some paddles towards the apex of that corner. Most probably it has dried up a little bit now. Still on the left hand side in the upcoming corner on the apex there should still be one left. Here, well, a tiny little bit. It's too dried up already, so the paddle's starting to vanish as well. As I clearly want to stop it here to take a little bit footage from outside, especially from beginning of the race. So I will stop racing at this point. There we go, full screen. Have it back on the start. So there you go. Probably it didn't rain. Did it rain in the beginning? I think it rained in the beginning, did it? Well, this is interesting because I'm getting water on the screen despite there was no rain in place, and now I can't see the wipers. Anyway, that looks like racing from the outside here. So very interesting still. As I'm now going to show you where the pedals really are standing, if I can see them from this angle. There you go. That's the pedals standing around. So the dark side here, that is all standing water here. Probably see it more better from here. As you can see, there is some paddles standing around. So that definitely looks somewhat nice. Just in general, cars looking great in DX11, I have to say. It's a really nice job being done by the devs of Studio 397. So there you go. Probably a little bit too unisono about the sound, since it's all AI cars being driven rather than me. I turned on the lights at some point, and I think then my car will be much more easier to spot. So to answer a bit more questions in Jafas, this track is actually Nola Motorsports Park, and it's one of the latest contents of rFactor 2, so it's a really good track, really nicely done, and it was great racing, as you have seen. Yes, there was a little bit of bumper cars going on, but nevertheless we are still racing a lot here and have a lot of battling going on. As you can see, paddles on the inside here behind the start finish line, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, there you go. There is a big paddle which looks nice, and I think up there at the front there is an even bigger one right here. There you can see that one. Very interesting thing. As I'm probably gonna try to quickly get out of the game, and change the settings of raindrops for you guys. So we go into options, Wait for all plugins to. So it's sorry, it's raindrops high. What I gonna do? Something here in the race settings. So I let it rain quite a lot still. So getting on some storm. And then re-racing this scenario a bit. So just go in that car again. Let some water build in the free practice session before we then go into race session for just another minute, because then I'm going offline here and take a rest from today's activity. Which has clearly been some fun after we've overcome those technical problems. But yeah, here the new content definitely makes some fun visually. I mean, the cars itself make fun anyway. So I'd quickly get some more rubber in there. Oh sure, gamer, yes, I've done some virtual endurance championships, so some VEC. This is 2 years ago though, last time I did it. So yeah, I mean, it's some very kind of different thing. Still waiting for more water to come. So that's the reason why I just quickly follow the AI in that camera angle. India Fast, that would be so nice if I could keep you busy 24/7. That would mean basically I would have a different job. But currently I still have my day-to-day job, which I basically love. Nevertheless, with sim racing getting on and giving some great opportunities, there's hopefully even more stuff to come. Finally, the track seems to be much more wet now. Yeah, there you go. I think that's enough. So we go to next session. Next session. So now there is some proper rain coming down. I quickly get in the settings of the session before. There you go. And some 30 liters of fuel. And I think then we immediately going to race. I hope that my game didn't crash now. Loading is taking somewhat long. Anyway guys, if you like what you see, I would appreciate if you like, share and subscribe. Since you're still seeing my goal for the 2017 year of subscriptions, that's going to be E4 in 2018. It really feels weird. Nevertheless, we are now racing in very hard rain conditions. I think I had a better start this time. Wipers. Can't see anything without them. So there's heavy rain coming down. Holy moly. Heavily due to the missing light of sun. There's not too much spray. But looking through those raindrops is really, really hard. And then I think you see the paddles quite early. That was close, my friend. And there you go. It seems to be a bit foggy in the cockpit there. So we take another spot on the inside, and now I'm just trying to hit that paddle right on the inside at the start-finish straight, which is about here. There you go. That was the paddle. We're definitely gonna have a look in that replay file on how the car looked on that. As we're side by side still with another car here. Now it's getting more and more shiny. And I think even on the stream you now can see a lot of paddles being formed already. Lost a bit of momentum there. So here comes second time on the big paddle, as I'm gonna look backwards if there's any kind of change in the spray. Not too much. Turn one, too late on the brakes, going a little wide. Anyway, now have a look on the left hand side in the apex of the upcoming hairpin. Big water pedal standing around just here as we go through it. No, in your fast there are no major changes to the physics. Minor fixes, if any. This is more being texture update. No. Something feels different compared to a drive before. Oh, no. Just doing the same mistake than the AI was doing. So that happens when you focus on the car you want to pass.
The lap was a 1:50.28.
So if there are any more questions about the new rFactor 2 content here with the new features, better ask now, because I will answer them inside the chat. As quickly give you another shot from the start. Oh, this looks astonishing though. The rain is a bit saturated. As we will go through one of the big paddles at the start-finish line together. See the wipers working nicely. Oh, this is looking so well. Oh, some AI spawned there. Hey Miguel, no, track map doesn't work since it's DX11. So now there comes the part with a big water pedal on the side. And this will be the finishing footage for today. You probably don't see much of it right here. Oh, there you go. That is the big water pedal here. See those reflections and the raindrops here in the shadow of the car. Great looking stuff though. Really have to say. And anyway guys, that's the end of the stream. That's the end of the racing day. Yeah, I would like to thank you very much for watching here. Hope you had some time to enjoy. And yeah, wish you nice guys and hope to see you back Thank you very much for watching. Good night. I will still be around for answering questions.